Hi everyone, I'm Andy Kim, your finance professor who is teaching FinTech and Behavioral Finance this semester, all right? What is this class about? Well, this is about finance technology, FinTech, right? But why do I combine with behavioral finance? So I'm going to tell you about it. Perhaps the most fun class of all, SKKU, I dare say.
Pop quiz.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
What do the following have in common? The 2012 hyper-viral video sensation Gangnam Style, the hottest, sexiest CEOs alive, the 2013 Nobel Prize in Economics. To help answer that question,
You're gripping this horse, right?
Oh, the reins.
I see. So you're ready to.
that's the key equestrian dance move in Gangnam Style.
Market efficiency would say the price of this stock has to stay calm because there was no fundamental information about this company. But only with this Gangnam Style being viral, the stock started to jump up 800% level within 3 months.
800, multiplied 8 times.
Wait, didn't you also dance Gangnam Style too, by the way?
Yes, of course.
Let's try it out again.
We went there. Andy Kim and I did it. There we go. Those are my hips moving. And strangely, we're synced. I'm not sure how we pulled that off.
So fintech, right? The information technology applied in finance, right? Information is money in banking. So for the bankers, for thousands of years, it has been their primary job to acquire the information the fastest. The problem is, last decade or 2 decades, there has been huge and tremendous innovation, technological innovation, like machine learning or big data, okay, throughout the world, okay, so that the application of this kind of technologies to the finance world has been very sexy, and then now it's time to study those things. But if you look at or go search fintech in Google or YouTube, you're going to see tens of thousands of materials over there in the various different cases, right? Success stories of this company, that company, and all these kind of things. But they're kind of more or less like a one-off, right? One-off. It's hard to connect one to the other, right? In a coherent manner, can we learn something about it? And I bring behavioral finance in that respect. Why? Because it's all about human-computer interaction applied to finance world, right? Now, what do you mean by that? Well, if you look at this kind of book, right? This is not a textbook, by the way. Social signal processing. This is an engineering discipline that has been burgeoning over the last 1 decade. What is this about? Well, how to capture your facial expression and quantify your voice pitch or things like text mining and how to capture those emotions and make it numerical, and face detection and this kind of technologies or emotion recognition kind of things, right, has been well discussed over the last decade. Okay, very hot area of engineering. They have been having a lot of fun studying human behavior and their psychology. Remember those engineers. The funny thing is, and the neoclassical economist in Chicago, Minnesota, Carnegie Mellon, they've been saying that all these psychological biases, it's meaningless because everybody in the financial market, they make a decision in a very rational manner. Like all these institutional investors, right? They behave as if they are unbiased, psychologically unbiased. So forget about psychology, forget about those biases, okay? Market is efficient, they said, okay? But over the last 2 decades, behavioral finance guys like me, right, and many people used this kind of technologies, right, and found out that if you study with this big data, we find that those biases cannot be canceled out and it is affecting the market prices in a significant manner, deviating from the fundamentals in a certain way. Okay, non-trivial opportunities are there, and those technologies to capture those emotions, like sentiment over here, trading on sentiment, this kind of things, right? How to capture those sentiment using text analysis has been there, developed by behavioral finance guy. Now it is applied in the real world in the name of FinTech. So I say everything I studied over there is now being used as a FinTech. Why don't I just teach it, right? Which makes sense. Yes. If you read Korean, right, some of you guys may enjoy this kind of book. 왜 지금 핀테크인가? It's like a why now fintech, or the fintech related books. You can read it. The thing is, by class you don't have textbook. Okay, economically making sense. Yeah, you will like it. Of course, I wish you had some kind of English textbook of fintech, but you can go ahead and read on your own, okay? YouTube, whatever, yeah, you can go ahead. I don't require them, right? How is the class organized? Well, there will be midterms and there will be finals, but there will be virtual trading, mock trading, right? Over the semester. So whoever gets the first one, first return get the full points of 5 or something, and last one gets 0 point, 5 to 0. But that's not all. You need to write a serious report about your trading behavior. Okay, 미래에셋대우 provides this virtual trading platform. Also, Deep Search, a robo-analyst company, provides you their platform to refer or look for some information and news, and then sentiment quantification, all these kind of things you can do with deep search. So using deep search, how could you could overcome your psychological bias or not? Assess yourself, right? Evaluate yourself of your experience, right? Tell me about it. Those reports will take up 5 points, right? So that will be very interesting exercise. Now, next thing is about writing a report about fintech venture company in Korea. So maybe in your own country, okay, if you're stationed in another country, fine, that's good. I welcome you, by the way. Okay, welcome, or vive le français, or willkommen Sie, right? Anywhere in the world, right? Welcome. So you can write and report about your fintech company in your own region. How do they save cost, and what's their technology, or what's their selling point? Okay, what's the psychological bias they're addressing? Okay, precisely the psychological bias. And last one is developing your own fintech venture idea. Okay, fintech venture idea. Okay, so if you are developing your own fintech, how would you address a certain psychological bias that you are interested in? Okay, so I want you to tell me about it with your group members. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and I hope you enjoy this, perhaps the most fun class of all Seoul, Korea's universities, right? One of the most, I say. I'll try to make it more fun, okay? Now, some of you may wonder, right? Is it going to be the same as last year's FinTech and Behavioral Finance class? And the answer is no, not really. The last year, there were some coding part, like we were trying some momentum trading strategy, and then media-based quantitative trading strategy kind of things, right? Using Python or R, whichever language that you are familiar with, right? Those kind of things will be on current topics in finance, right? Why is that the case? Well, look at that class introduction. You will see later why. Now this one, right, in this semester, we are going to focus much more on the behavioral biases, and then those psychological bias quantification in corporate finance setting, overconfidence and that kind of things. And I will ask you much more about a fintech company study, right? You will have to do much more presentations than last semester. So don't expect the same thing, right? Don't expect the same thing. Last year, actually, I was running out of time. I wished I had more time than just one course, right? Now I'm feeling very happy because I have two courses. One for the data science part, quantitative trading part, right? The other is FinTech and Behavioral Finance. So it's going to be much more in depth into finance technology companies, right? Least amount of coding, okay, I would say. So let's have fun together in the coming semester, right? And then see you. Bye bye.